So it's time. It's time to start working on the physics, and I am planning to use Jolt physics. So let's see. Design. So I think actually probably I should implement duplicate and undo. Yeah, probably I should implement it. Okay. I think I will work on duplicate and undo, and then I'll switch to physics. Should not take too much time to implement. So let me show what we have, right? So there is a ability to load scene, and if I modified it, it would be saved back. So, and I already put some stuff in it, and it's pretty nice feelings. So I guess I probably should update focus. So I want to fix up the focus sync logic.
Accept the focusing line.
Logic.
Accept the focusing logic.
Okay, so duplicate should go up. And that one. So on the higher priority. So let's fix up the focusing logic. Okay, so editor. So there is a period render set cam position. So focus point so what I need to do, const auto distance between cam and node, and it's gonna be that one minus cam position. Render get cam pose, and this one should be GLM length. Okay, and that GLM normalize times d cam and node. So normalize. So I think this is going to fix what I wanted to fix. So um, let's see. So I am pointing to the cube, pressing. Oh, it's too close. From the bottom for some reason. Oh, wait a second. Get position. Focus point. Is it that? I think it's that. Not sure if it's what I want. Maybe this is what I want. Yeah, maybe this is what I want. I do not know. It kind of does what I want to do. Alright, so what the heck is going on here? Oh! Set composition, focus point. What is the name? Update cam? I don't think this is what I want. Let's see. On the cone. So this was a regional cone. But I think I want to... Okay, so we move to this direction, and then so this is okay. To P1, right? So this is what we moved, and then I have this one, and I've got P2, which would be focus point. P1 minus focus point P1 minus focus point plus focus point. So GLM normalize times decom and none. So I think I need to do that thing. And D is let's see if it's gonna work. I think I'm right. Okay, I think it does what I want it to do. I think it does what I want it to do. Cool. So this one is fixed up. Oh yeah, so center point is here. That's right. Okay. Decom and none. So it does do what I want to do. Ah, this is so this is cancelling out. see if I break stuff or not. Oh, it's still working. So if I do like this, it would because the focus point is changing. But if I do like this, it's doing good thing. And I think it's better than Blender algorithm of focusing. So fix up the focusing logic.
Accept the focusing logic.
Okie dokie. So now let's implement duplicate. I guess undo I can do later, but duplicate would be nice to implement. So I'm going to quickly implement duplicate. Case SDLK D. Duplicate. Instead, auto stead or string stream, and then I will do selected none dot save dot st. Log st dot star. Save internal. Save JSON internal. So let's see what would happen if I press D. So let's see, let's experiment on that cube. Okay, type mesh, cube, okay, and so there is a loading logic, load JSON. Okay, so after that, IO stream, IO string stream. or just string stream, I guess. String stream. Okay. And after that, I'll do scene dot. Okay, so to JSON root f scene dot load JSON internal assets JSON root. I think that's it. It should duplicate st. Hopefully it is going to duplicate. No, it did not duplicate. Oh, maybe it did. No. And the reason is I can fake it, I guess. So assets. Okay, so I need to do that one. st and at the end that one st so let's see. I think it's gonna work. Where is my cursor? It did work. Oh yeah, it's moved to the end. So I need to now after duplication I need to update the selected node. Oh wait, I need to check for shift as well. Shift. Guess I don't care how good it's formatted, so I can just do it this way. Oh, this is just okay. So it should be last object on the scene. Render dot set selected none scene last. I don't know. Node dot hpp load JSON internal. I don't know. Do I have access to nodes? Get nodes. Yeah, I think I have. If scene dot get nodes empty, not empty, dot last, something like this. Vector doesn't have last. How to get last element of stat vector?
How to get last element of said vector?
Oh, it's a back. Okay. And then switch to move. block. Okay. So it should be like this. Yeah. Duplication is implemented.
Implement object duplication.
Okay, now finally I'm going to go to physics. Stop stalling. Let's figure out jolt, physics engine. So friendly rigid body physics and collision detection library written C++, suitable for games we are used by Horizon Forbidden West and Death Stranding. Multi-core friendly rigid. Go to sample section. So I guess I will first clone it. So I asked Gemini to come up with the to-do list, so hopefully that would help me to guide through it. So let me have a doc plus jolt integration to do .md.
Jolt integration to do.md.
What's going on? Why it's highlighted? Why it's making directory? Find file. Yeah, okay. Okay. Copy, paste. Service collision focused. Okay. Some change. Okay, so this is the to do.
One, build system and dependency management, add Jolt library. Add Jolt as a dependency. Update build config, link Jolt, and include headers and coddle.haml. 2, world setup, no simulation initialize Jolt. Minimal setup of JPH::factory and JPH::register, default allocator. Collision system, create a manager to hold the JPH::physics system. We won't call update, but you need it to store the static world geometry. 3, static world representation, mesh to collision shape. Implement a utility to convert mesh asset vertex/index data into a JPH::mesh shape. Static bodies. Load the world meshes into Jolt as static bodies, so your capsule has something to collide against. 4, update loop activation, logic only enable ticking. Modify the main loops in gameplay::run and scene editor::run to call scene.tick internal DD. Currently, nodes have a tick method, but it is never called. You need this to process movement input. 5. Player Capsule Navigation Kinematic Character Virtual. Use Jolt's Character Virtual class. This is designed for players. It doesn't use the physics simulator. Instead, you give it a desired velocity, and it performed collision test sweep to calculate how the player should move/slide against walls. Input to movement in the player's tick. 1. Read WASD/stick input. 2. Ask Jolt's Character Virtual to move based on that input. 3. Update the base node 3D position with the result. 6. Queries optional but useful raycasting. Implement a ground check using a raycast. Keep the capsule pinned to the floor without needing a gravity simulation.
It's not optional. It has to be done. Okay, so this is the AI generated idea of integration, but I think I should just clone the library and look at examples. Should I first clone the library and build and look at examples? Yes, that's excellent first step. Specifically focus on hello world and character something. Once you only want collision detections, pay attention to those free iris initializations. Library integration. Clone Jolt physics as a submodule. And it did not update. Anyways, I think I know by myself what to do. For library, git clone dash recur c. I do not remember recursive. Is it correct? Git is not angry at me, so I guess it's correct. Jolt physics. Build. Okay, let's build instruction. Go to build section, then go to build section, readme, building using also each platform support multiple build target. Why I'm reading it? Computer can read for me.
Each platform supports multiple build targets. Debug version of the library. Turns on asserts release version of the library. No asserts, but includes profiling support and can draw the world and simulation properties. Release a san as release, but turns on address sanitizer clang. Only defined bugs release ubsin as release, but turns on undefined behavior sanitizer clang. Only defined bugs release tan as release, but turns on the thread sanitizer. Only defined bugs release coverage as release, but turns on coverage reporting clang. Only defined which areas of the code are not executed distribution. Shippable version of the library. Turns off all debugging support. The Jolt headers don't include Jolt/Jolt.h. Always include Jolt/Jolt.h before including any other Jolt header. You can use Jolt/Jolt.h in your precompiled header to speed up compilation. Are a number of user configurable defines that turn on / off certain features.
Install the Vulkan SDK. run cmx linux clang gcc, go to linux debug folder, run make unit test. If you build the samples, you can run samples. So some jolt viewer, install the Vulkan SDK. Run cmake linux clang gcc cmake. There is no such a thing. Oh, okay, build cmake linux clang gcc, possible configuration debug, release, possible compilers, generating my file, debug compiler clang, compiler detecting warning, is not supported. Enter found Vulkan gel slang validator, configuration done. Gel SCLC. Following instructions on how to build Jolt. Is this important? Okay, so looks like it's not important. So make -j16 cd linux debug make -j16.
Havid asked, you know chemistry.
Do I know chemistry? No, I mean basic chemistry. Acid and base equals water and salt. Why are you asking me? Why such a random question? Does executable not found? Yeah, I think it's broken. So I can do that one. Unable to locate package Google shader RC. Let's see. Still Linux debug. Make maybe I should run cmake. How to install?
How to install?
Good stream. But only if you got a tap on the screen that shows the progress so far. For example, if you're making a website, show the current state of the website RN.
But only what? If you got a tap on the screen that shows the process. So far, for example, if you're making a website, show the current state of website right now. What? What all this random
Good stream.
messages?
But only if you got a tap on the screen that shows the progress so far. For example, if you're making a website, show the current state of the website RN.
What? Shader RC, I think I did install it, right? Maybe I need to install dev version. Synaptic. Copy. What? Oh, unable to locate package. I am on Pop OS. So none of them did work. Ah. Vulkan binary? Are you kidding me? I don't mind using snap. Dude, think. Pro. Isn't it time to upgrade? Okay, I see exactly what happened. You're hitting nodes. Proposed Ubuntu Jam DLC simply does not exist and defaultly. Run those commands one by one and your terminal will download Welcome SDK archive. Block out only the news and put there in the system they can use. Really? I mean, let's do hacky way. Why not? Let's do hacky way. Oh, it's downloading. That's nice. Yeah. So copy how to get Vulkan dependencies on pop os 2204.md. Ah.
How to get Vulkan dependencies on Pop! OS 22.04 MD.
Okay. So let's try again. CMake. Okay, so make one cmake Linux debug make txt. Alright, so let me do wget what did I do? Tar wget tar txt LLD DXC LDD now then I am trying to build a jolt. I am getting the error libdixi compiler so. dx compiler so locally. Okay. So that's the way. So I should probably add that to the instruction. Okay, build target samples. Okay, so it should be all here. Oh, just okay, samples. Demonstrate how to create ragdoll from the code. And pause. No, interesting. The screen is not being captured. Oh, now it's captured. Escape menu. Restart test. Select test. Test settings. Run all tests. Next test. Take snapshot. Next test. N. double precision for an accurate simulation. Show the character visual class move around with arrow key, shift and crouch and control to jump. I'm not seeing. Not seeing it. There is no walking. How I can possess the character? The earth is flat. Oh no. Is it flat? Select test. Here. Come on. How to stop tests? Okay. Let me take the break. 10 minutes break. 5 minutes break. Okay, let's read the source code and let's see what Google Gemini suggested to look. IntelliJ requires a bit of boilerplate, registering type, setting up an allocator, initializing the factory. Seeing this in the hello world sample will clarify what you need. Okay, so let's look at the hello world. If we have hello world, body went to sleep, contact was persisted. Body get a position, velocity, contact validate, callback, contact was added. Okay, so hello world, character, bold dealer plate, character. This is exactly what you need for player capsule negation scene.
Character virtual. This is exactly what you need for a player capsule navigating the scene. It handles the math of sliding along walls and climbing stairs without you needing to run a full physics simulation.
I'm kind of busy. What time?
3:15.
3:15 and 15 minutes? Yeah, and mom is busy as well? I don't know.
Or you can be like dancing.
Huh?
Or you can be dancing.
Maybe in 2 hours. And mom, what mom is doing? How far away is your friend?
Like 20 minutes maybe.
Oh, it's kind of far away. So it's a 40 minutes drive. I know. And what mom is doing? She's busy? Yeah, I don't know. I'm busy right now. Character virtual. This is exactly what we need to do. Player capsule navigation scene. Okay, let's look at the hello world example. Oh, wait a second. Did I clean up? I think I forgot to clean up, right? Yeah, I did. I did forgot to clean up. Alright, 1.3. Okay. Third party jolt physics. So this is the hello world example. Oh my god. 370 lines. Jolt headers don't include jolt. Always include jolt before including any other jolt headers.
The jolt headers don't include jolt.h. Always include jolt.h before including any other jolt header. You can use jolt.h in your precompiled header to speed up compilation.
Still include.
I'll send it after.
Okay. Jolt symbols are in GPH namespace if you want to con.
If you want your code to compile using single or double precision, write 0.0r. Get a real value that compiles to double or float, depending if JPH double precision is set or not.
If you want to code to compile using single double precision, right? Get a real value that compiles to double. Also using STL.
We're also using STL classes in this example. Callback for traces. Connect this to your own trace function if you have one.
Trace functions, callback for.
Callback for asserts. Connect this to your own assert handler if you have one.
Asserts.
/ layer that objects can be in. Determines which other objects it can collide with //. Typically, you at least want to have one layer for moving bodies and one layer for static bodies, but you can have more / layers if you want. For example, you could have a layer for high detail collision, which is not used by the physics simulation //, but only if you do collision testing.
Non-moving, moving, number of layers.
Class that determines if two object layers can collide.
Should collide. Object layer pair filter. Object layer pair.
Object layer pair filter.
Should collide. I do not know why people like to add virtual and override. It's like, what the point? It's definitely violating the what is it? Dry principle, and people still doing this thing. Why people specifying override? They can do only override.
Why do people specify virtual and override? They can do only override. Specifying virtual and override violates the DRI principle.
Anyways, in object layer, what the heck is the context per okay, object layer, non-moving, moving collides with everything.
/ each broad phase layer results in a separate bounding volume tree in the broad phase. But at least want to have / a layer for non-moving and moving objects to avoid having to update a tree full of static objects every frame. You can have a one-on-one mapping between object layers and broad phase layers, like in this case, but if you have / many object layers, you'll be creating many broad phase trees, which is not efficient. You want to fine-tune / your broad phase layers, define JPH track broad phase stats, and look at the stats reported on the TDY. / broad phase layer interface implementation / this defines a mapping between object and broad phase layers.
I do not understand.
/ each broad phase layer results in a separate bounding volume tree in the broad phase. You at least want to have / a layer for non-moving and moving objects to avoid having to update a tree full of static objects every frame. / you can have a one-on-one mapping between object layers and broad phase layers, like in this case, but if you have / many object layers, you'll be creating many broad phase trees, which is not efficient. You want to fine-tune / your broad phase layers, define JPH track broad phase stats, and look at the stats reported on the TDY. / broad phase layer interface implementation / this defines a mapping between object and broad phase layers.
What the heck is this amount of tabs here? What? Why this code is looking like this? Create mapping table from
Create a mapping table from object to broad phase layer.
Okay. Broad phase layer interface.
Class that determines if an object layer can collide with a broad phase layer.
Class that determines if an object layer can collide with broad phase layer. Should collide. Not moving. Oh my god, that's so complicated.
An example contact listener.
Contact listener. On contact validate. Example activation listener.
An example activation listener.
Body activated, body deactivated. Program entry. Okay, we are making progress.
/ register allocation hook. In this example, we'll just let Jolt use malloc /free, but you can override these if you want see memory.h. / that needs to be done before any other Jolt function is called. / install trace and assert callbacks.
Trace.
/ create a factory. The class is responsible for creating instances of classes based on their name or hash and is mainly used for deserialization of saved data. / it is not directly used in this example, but still required.
Still required.
/ register all physics types with the factory and install their collision handlers with the collision dispatch class. / if you have your own custom shape types, you probably need to register their handlers with the collision dispatch before calling this function. / if you implement your own default material physics, material : s default, make sure to initialize it before this function or else this function will create one for you. / we need a temp allocator for temporary allocations during the physics update, or / pre-allocating 10 MB to avoid having to do allocations during the physics update. / BTW. 10 MB is way too much for this example, but it is a typical value you can use. / if you don't want to pre-allocate, you can also use temp allocator malloc. Fall back to / malloc /free.
We need a temp allocator to temporal allocation during the physics update. We pre-allocate not to avoid hands and what? Job system.
/ we need a job system that will execute physics jobs on multiple threads. Typically / you would implement the job system interface yourself and let Jolt physics run on top / of your own job scheduler. Job system thread pool is an example implementation. / this is the max amount of rigid bodies that you can add to the physics system. If you try to add more, you'll get an error. / note, this value is low because it is a simple test. For a real project, use something in the order of 65,536. / this determines how many mutexes to allocate to protect rigid bodies from concurrent access. Set it to 0 for the default settings. / this is the max amount of body pairs that can be queued at any time the broad phase will detect overlapping / body pairs based on their bounding boxes and will insert them into a queue for the narrow phase. If you make this buffer / too small, the queue will fill up and the broad phase jobs will start to do narrow phase work. this is slightly less efficient. /note, this value is low because it is a simple test. For a real project, use something in the order of 65,536. // this is the maximum size of the contact constraint buffer. More contacts collisions between bodies are detected than this // number, then these contacts will be ignored, and bodies will start interpenetrating / fall through the world. /note, this value is low because it is a simple test. For a real project, use something in the order of 10,240. // create mapping table from object layer to broad phase layer, // note. As this is an interface, physics system will take a reference to this, so this instant needs to stay alive. // also have a look at broad phase layer interface table, or broad phase layer interface mask for a similar interface. // create class that filters object vs broad phase layers, // note. As this is an interface, physics system will take a reference to this, so this instant needs to stay alive. // also have a look at object vs broad phase layer filter table, or object vs broad phase layer filter mask for a similar interface. // create class that filters object vs object layers, // note. As this is an interface, physics system will take a reference to this, so this instant needs to stay alive. // also have a look at object layer pair filter table, or object layer pair filter mask for a similar interface. // now we can create the actual physics system.
Physics system init, and this is the initialization.
// a body activation listener. Get notified when bodies activate and go to sleep // note that this is called from a job, so whatever you do here needs to be thread safe. // registering one is entirely optional.
So body activation listener.
// a contact listener gets notified when bodies are about to collide and when they separate again. // note that this is called from a job, so whatever you do here needs to be thread safe. // registering one is entirely optional. // the main way to interact with the bodies in the physics system is through the body interface. There's a locking and a non-locking // variant of this. We're going to use the locking version even though we're not planning to access bodies from multiple threads. // next we can create a rigid body to serve as the floor. We make a large box // create the settings for collision volume the shape. // note that for simple shapes like boxes you can also directly construct a box shape.
Box shape settings. Set embedded.
Ref counted object on the stack base class. Ref target should be marked as such to prevent it from being freed when its reference count goes to 0.
Oh. So they ref counted. Oh my god.
Create the shape.
Box shape settings. Shapes, floor shape settings. Create floor shape. Shape result. Floor shape.
You don't expect an error here, but you can check floor shape result for has error /get error. Create the settings for body itself. Note that here you can also set other properties like the restitution /friction.
Create the actual rigid body. Add to the world. Body interface. Physics system get body interface. Remove body, destroy sphere, remove the register. Okay, we got to the bottom. It wasn't too bad. So alright, so it's accelerating due to gravity, right? And then contact was added. So I look at the hello world. What? Sample. Please focus on the hello world and character samples in the Jolt repository. Character samples. Test utils character. Character virtual test. Oh my god. Who writes the code like this? It's unreadable. 260 line characters. Like how small I have to make it to fit on the screen. That's ridiculous. Redunculous. Shows the character virtual class move around with arrow key, shift to crouch, control to jump.
Shows the character virtual class. Move around with the arrow keys. Shift for crouch and control for jump.
Character virtual test. Select test. Character virtual. Show the character virtual class. Move around with arrow keys. Shift to crouch. Control to jump. Oh, this is the inclines. Oh, seesaw. Can go to this, can go to this, can go to this, can go to this. Nope, cannot go, but I can jump on it, I guess. No. Oh, I can go on stairs. That's cool. Okay. Okay. Character virtual test, character base test, character contact listener. And new character virtual. Man, this code is... It's like a... Dude, why you're doing... Oh, I can probably do... that. Okay. That's better. It's still horrible to read, but... At least I can... Okay. Update the test before the physics update. Saving restoring state for replay.
Call back to adjust the velocity of body, as seen by the character. Be adjusted to, for example, implement a conveyor belt or an inertial dampener system of a sci-fi spaceship.
So what is the base test? Show the character class. Shows the character move around with the arrow key, shift to crouch. Control no, the most games should use character virtual instead of character class. Move around with arrow keys. Arrow keys doesn't do anything. Oh, I unpause. So why Why? What the difference? Oh, this cannot go on stairs. I guess this is the difference. Or maybe this thing would not interact. Come on. Oh yeah. But let's look at the base test first. I'm wondering, so I would use only one library. Should I switch to vector library of Jolt? Okay. Okay, so I have a game. Right? Oh, duplicate is implemented. Okay. Module add submodule remote URL. Jolt physics submodule name Jolt physics untracked items. Okay, so I want to build I don't know. So libjolt.a. I want to build a release. How to build a release? CMake Linux Clang -h. Maybe build type. Should I just type release, I guess? Like this? Should I build a monk? I don't know. Debug release. Release version of the library no asserts but includes profiling support and can draw the world and simulation properties. Shippable version of library turns off all debugging support. User configurable device that turn off a certain features. The shared library. Okay, I'm going to take the break for 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes was not enough, but whatever. Jolt physics. So let's have makefile. Debug, release distribution. Jolt config, jolt config equals let's do distribution for now. Distribution on shader C release, right? Jolt lib is going to be build jolt physics build. So dependencies. Next debug. Deep jolt.a jolt lib so and the sequence is I'm wondering. Git clear, git clean. So if I run that one like this, distribution build. Why it's not happy? Distribution. I don't know why you're not happy. She make the source directory does not appear to contain. She make so it should be cd build like this. Works for me. So and jolt config. And then I guess this is it, right? Should do jolt physics. Oh, what are here? Did I misspell it? I did misspell it. Okay. C logs. What is the, let's look at the hello world. Okay, so dash I. Okay, something is running. So let's do main. So in main, so probably I should move this thing to separate directory. BGFX init.hpp pragma once. Reset flags. Anyways, scene editor. Let's keep it. but free provided explicit, but free provided. Music sand, SVX sand. Okay, and in the gameplay .cpp, so instead of that, okay, let's see. So
Jolt physics.
Register allocation hook. In this example, just let Jolt use malloc. Register default allocator. Register default allocator. GPH. Create a factory. This class is responsible for creating instances of classes based on their name or hash for deserialization of saved data. It's not directly used in this example, but still required. GPH. Register. Temp allocator. So let's see if that would compile and run. It's crashing. Version mismatch. Make sure you compile the client code with the same Jolt version and compiler definitions. Why version mismatch? Maybe I need to have some compilation flags. Client reported version, library version. Should print something, right? There is no prints. I guess let me build debug version and see what would happen. So let's go to makefile and say jot-config debug, and oh my god, I'm still very loud in my headphones. A mixer 5, 6, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I guess that's better. 1, 2, 3. It's like for some reason it's 1, 2, 3. I mean, I can hear it by both ears. It's weird. Let's build debug and see. I need to do Linux debug. Short. Yeah. So let's see if it would not crash. Still crashes. Version mismatch. Make sure you compile the client code with the same jolt version and compiler definitions. Okay. Where are these compiler definitions? I guess I should add all that stuff. Let's see if it's gonna fix the build. I don't know if I need these. Let me keep it. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. It compiles, but would it run? It did run. I wonder what did it make to run. Um, let's keep it on debug for now. So what is? It's it not spelled correctly, right? It's with K, Vulkan with K, right? It's with K.
How to get Vulkan dependencies on Pop! OS 22.04 MD.
my god. So this is the gameplay. And put gameplay to 0. Would be editor. Oh wait, where is it? Oh. Something not right. Ah. Something like this, I guess. Nope. Where are you? Let's cannot do maximize, cannot do resize. Let me look at my endless drive game. Set full screen false. Maybe I should do resizable. Oh, there is a resizable. Okay, so doesn't do maximize. Why stairs are glowing? how it's happened. That's interesting. Oh, look at this. The font size is now depends of the screen size, which is cool. But why stairs are glowing? Did I do it? I don't think I did make them glowing. SDL window. Create, I think. Oh, SDL create window. XY. Oh, WH. I see. So 0 0 80 720. Oh, I think it was some sort of a bug. Huh. Now they are not glowing. SDL window maximized. Oh, I need to take the break, but I think I will stop my streaming here. You know, let me call it not gameplay. Let me invert the logic. Let me call it editor. So this is in the editor mode. Oh, tunnel is glowing now. That's interesting. There is some bugs. Some bugs. Anyways, let me switch back to no editor. Yeah. So let me make the commit. Work in progress physics.
WIP physics.
Okay, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you next time. Bye.